evaluate some semantic elements as well, like enjoyment, affect, computing. Okay, there is a call for JNT database. So far, we have non-JNT database. All our experiments is done with indirect verification. For example, from quality evaluation, from object detection, etc. So I think a JNT database, specified JNT database would be useful. Without such databases, actually, machine learning approach cannot apply. Machine learning, big data, deep learning is so popular now. Now the quality evaluation area, because we have more than 10 to 20 databases in different labs, so we can do machine learning. But in JNT, we cannot do machine learning so far, because simply we do not have the ground truth. Okay, then JNT, we can extend JNT to from the signal domain to the algorithm and accuracy performance. Like we detect or we predict all the qualities, QoE, but 1% increase with the subjective data. Is it significant? But actually, we can formulate some JNT measurement for that. Other applications like speech transcription, scene recognition, if your performance of the system can improve a little bit, but if it's not beyond, it's within a JNT, why bother, right? So maybe at least you cannot claim your method to be better than others. So others, like the AIDS, living AIDS, disabled AIDS, that should be meaningful to the user. Okay, then I think multiple sensory JNT is meaningful because so much information we maybe can combine and then put into some application. I explained some of the application scenario in the next slide, but in order to do that, we need to do the fusion. Maybe can do it in rule-based or maybe learning-based. Synchronization can be a problem because different media have to be synchronized properly. Okay, then this is some of the multimodality models, and we can do maybe smell and besides speech and video for multimedia system. And also we can do e-commerce advertisement. We can touch the product remotely or smell it, besides seeing it and hear it. Of course, the taste cannot, I don't know whether people would accept the taste, because if we have a test for you to test link to the internet remotely. Okay, okay, then all the other, at least some of the possibility here, due to the time constraint, maybe skip some. Okay, then issues of, this is the last topic. We need, as we mentioned earlier, JNT can be done with a typical case, average case, or it can be an individual or personalized case. Personalized JNT is meaningful for user interface, HCI, recommendation system, e-learning and training, therapy, etc. Okay, so personality is one factor we may try to factor in. In psychology, we have some measurement on the so-called 5-factor model. That means everyone can be, arguably, can be fit into one of these category with a percentage of probability. Then we done some study. Actually, we found different personality actually like or dislike certain object, certain image in the sense. So actually, personality does play a role in terms of threshold, preference, and things like that. Culture also play a part because culture is the collective personality of one nation or one people, right? One group of people. And so in psychology also we have 6 factors we can argue whether it's making sense, but this is what psychological people are doing. Okay, this does some experiments in psychology. They say if there are differences in culture, for example, they're given this, all the subject given these blocks, this is a line, then the task is, there are absolute task and relative task. The task is the subject are required to, in a reduced box, they require to draw the line exactly the same length with this line. Then this is an absolute task. Or if they are asked to draw the line relatively to the change of the size of the frame. So they actually find there are big differences between cultures. American and Japan, they are doing just the opposite. One people good in one thing and the other people good in another thing. Okay. Another experiments, they found Japanese reported significantly higher, more information when viewing the object, the video like this. And then we can expect different HND can be formulated for different culture and also different personality. Okay, that slide. I think I tried to explain what is JND and why is I think is important, and I report some progress, and also I think this is a fundamental problem and is not solved so far since a long time ago. We need to explore further for the various problem solving. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much for the great talk. I'm sure there are many questions.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I have a fundamental question to the notion of just noticeable difference. In some experiments we have done, we have observed that people do not judge a difference to be perceptually relevant, so they don't report it. But we can see, if we analyze, for example, brain responses, that it leads to some change in the user state. So the idea of the just noticeable difference is that you have an input-output relationship which is fixed, and it might be influenced by personality factors or cultural factors and so on. But is there any memory box in your model which could, where you could, for example, accumulate changes in the user state or something like this?
I have not seen such work, but I think this is meaningful because memory and knowledge experience actually play a part in this. So I think this is the reason after although I started this work 10 years ago, and then I thought, but when I prepare this speech, I actually find more questions and more unsolved problems. So that is before I send the title to the chair, I include that words into that. So I just try to present problem rather than solutions. I think this is there are a lot of need for further explanation. And also I feel I don't know whether you said or not, the utility based on JD is my thinking during this process. I think because to answer your question, because we cannot actually formulate a general model for all. So maybe we can relax into maybe utility, like in your case, maybe the conversation, multiple party conversation scenario, something like that.
We have time maybe for another question?
Yep, for another round, yes.
Okay. One more question?
Hi. I was wondering whether there is a J&D between, let's say, state A and state B, whether it depends also on the time that the user spends on state A. For example, if you are watching a video and it's in good quality and then you add some degradation, then maybe the user gets accustomed to it And the JND, there is a JND, or maybe if you do it in a different time frame, maybe there is not.
I think this is it is true. Yeah, the problem is true. Put it this way: if we try to find out the typical JND for mankind, right? We have many subjects. Also, we randomize the setting, the context. Your problem is related to the context problem. So we have to randomize so that no particular context is have a factor or have a part to play in the final result. So we have to do substantially or maybe sufficiently big numbers of cases subject to eliminate them. But of course, if we are doing individual subject, we still need to randomize the setting so that no context actually is good. It is introduced by to the problem. This problem is true because actually we done a company project for a company which is inspection of quality of iPhones, smartphones. So previously the company actually used a human eye to do the job. They just find an operator which is maybe 20 years old with very good eyesight, sit there when the conveyor belt moves and they do the inspection. But they find exactly the same problem. There are two problems. One is the cost of labor increase, say they have to optimize this. The other is actually if the boy and the girl maybe quarrel with someone else before or is not in a good mode, actually they predict differently. So they try to eliminate this factor. So they think objective model is helpful. Currently, an objective model may not be good as human expert. If the human expert in perfect state of mind and also pay full attention to the job. But objective function, actually, objective model can reduce the all factors, so more objective in a sense.
Thank you very much. I think we need to close here, but thanks again very much.